so you're coming to this point where you feel like, hey man, I can identify this problem that I'm having, right? I can identify this quality that I have, or this behavior, this pattern that I'm stuck in, right? I see it, right? I know I've got to change it. And every time I wake up and I decide I'm going to change it, right? And then you don't change it. And then after that, all these different bad results ensue, right? You get all these terrible outcomes, right? And you and it was because of this thing, right? And I found that early on with smoking cigarettes, right? Smoking cigarettes. So I've been smoking Newport 100s, Black and Miles, champing them up, but still, Phillies blunts, White Owls, Dutch Masters. And I'm 16 or 17 at the time when I start really doing this regularly. And then by the time I'm 23, 24, I'm starting to feel it. But then by the time I'm in my late 20s, I'm really feeling it, really feeling it. I go on a jog. And one time, I coughed up a little bit of blood, right? And I said, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Today, this is going to end, right? We're talking about a metaphor in a sense that, you're controlling your own life, right? You always had control of your life from the very beginning, right? Somehow you let shit get twisted where you created a devil, and that devil's been stalking you, ever since the very beginning, right? Ever since creation, right? So I was the one who picked up those goddamn Newport 100s, right? I was the one who thought it was a good idea to start champing up Black and Miles and doing this shit on a regular basis. I was the one who was, frothing over Philly blunts when the Redman song came out when I was 14 or 15, right? That was me. I made that devil. And the thing is that, you have to ask yourself when you're making these changes or when you're murdering one of these devils, the problem is that you've got to go into this place in your mind where shit, I've been allowing this to happen all this time. I've been making excuses. It's not that bad. I'll quit eventually. I don't notice any problems. I know people that died 105 still smoking Lucky Strikes, right? You did this. You created this, and you allowed it to live all this time. You want to go take it off the planet now. You got to justify the fact that you spent all this time with this devil all over the place with your permission, right? So the 38th degree, why did God make devil? To show forth and prove his power, that he was all wise and righteous, that he could make a devil who was weak and wicked and give him the power to rule the earth for 6,000 years and then destroy him in one day without falling a victim to the devil's civilization. Otherwise, show and prove Allah is the God, always has been, always will be, arm, leg, arm, head. The man, the person in control of that universe, you with the power, has the power to make that devil, let him live, and then decide one day, this is the day, it's gone, it's done, right? It gets tough because, you understand how to create things, you understand how to build. A lot of people understand how to build problems, right? Create problems. But the question is do you understand how to build and destroy? Because a lot of this has to do with destroying. Coming down to the reality that it's you, or it's me that created this devil in my life, this challenge, right? This thing that's been corrupting me all this time, and I've allowed it to happen all this time over this long period of time. But I still have the power to destroy it in one day without falling a victim to the circumstances that I've here created for myself, right? And that's goes for quitting smoking, chasing women, getting alcohol abuse under control, military training of men. And I think in general, people that are struggling with something, if they can just come to terms with the fact that they created it and they have the power to get rid of it and potentially escape from the situation without it really feeling the complete pain that comes along with those decisions, you've always got a chance to try to make a turn, and set things right. All right, y'all, I'm out of here.